did not decide who would do the intro.
We
Hello,
did not.
hello everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am Fletch. I'm going to be playing my horrible little gremlin child, Camille, who may whose current status of gremlinness is debatable because his immune system is awful and he hangs around children, so it's about time he got sick.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah, joining me is my very lovely friend.
Ah, hi. Hi, I'm Spec, and I will be playing my own gremlin, a stormy little bastard, Timmy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have as cool of intro as my good friend over here.
I pat you so very gentle.
It's a work in progress.
It's fine. It's fine. We can always rerun the intro.
No, no, keep the chaos. It speaks good for what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay, so one other thing to note is that this is a flashback FPS. So
hmm
this happens before Juby meets his end for a second time and then comes back a second
Yep.
time because someone
hmm
has issues.
Two people have issues.
I think it's a little bit more than two people. This is Toonkind D&D.
This is Toonkind D&D and Found Family is very powerful. But yeah, no, for I have to read the rest of this server. For like Timmy alone, this is before Timmy before all the lonely people even happens. This is we're going way back. We're going all the way back
Yeah.
by like 3 weeks. So long.
Yeah, it's very long when compared to how fast things tend to go here. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, why does someone keep revving? I want to just have a fun little FPS. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so we're going back in time a little bit. There is nothing wrong. Nothing is going to go wrong. It's fine.
Nope. It's fine. It's very fine.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Timmy, it is by your
Yep.
standards, a beautiful day in Villestown.
Oh, it is lovely, isn't it?
Why don't you describe what your standards of
Yeah.
lovely is?
What is Timmy's? So for Timmy, a lovely day is not endless sunshine, clear skies. Oh, gosh, that is the worst thing to him. It's hot, it's sweaty, it's just horrible. No, instead, what started out in the morning as kind of a light drizzle has become a very decent sized rainstorm. And he is standing outside, hands in pockets, head towards the sky with the just happy as a smiles with a light blue bandana as it just pours down on him. And it is all like this over Villestown.
Yep. So, it's a lovely day for him. Never mind all the tunes like running for cover around him. He's just having a good time. Uh, it's fine. It's fine. He's fine. Um, who is not fine is Camille, who, has been feeling a little, let's say, under the weather. um, and
Sorry.
he's probably, heading back from school, because he's a stupid little boy who probably went to school despite feeling sick and now has to walk home early in this weather. Uh, so
Oh
yeah.
no, child. Um, let's start off strong. Let's just see how long it takes Timmy to notice. Let's do just a basic perception. Does he
Yeah.
even notice this small child?
It's
Yo!
a dirty 20.
He do notice a small child.
Yeah, yeah, you do notice a child because like most people have already gotten out of the way of the rain already. or if they haven't, they're like very much rushing and going fast. Lots of smear frames all around. Uh, who there is one person who is not going fast. A very small child who brings to mind the image of like a soaked kitten.
Oh, don't do that to poor Timmy. Don't do that to poor Timmy.
And yeah,
Timmy,
he's not rushing. He's kind of got his little backpack on, shoulders hunched as he seems to be slowly making his way somewhere.
Timmy takes one look at this, and this is Timmy speaking, pathetic child uh, in the rain, soaked like a kitten, and just starts walking up behind him and kind of just because there's a it's not a tone level difference, but there's a size difference, and he kind of just casually walks up next and goes, you're walking a lot slower than everyone else, aren't you, little kid? Timmy's not good at conversation.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll. Camille normally has a passive of 20, but I think it would be funny to make him roll and see if he does poorly.
I can roll a stealth.
Do it. I mean, you do have that fun little thing that happens when you're in the rain.
I do wait. Yeah, he is God, he technically can be invisible
So
right now. So yeah, roll disadvantage on perception.
okay. You're not gonna fucking believe what the second one he got was.
Oh my god.
So, disadvantage, yeah?
I love this kid so much. Listen, Timmy is not even trying to be quiet. He doesn't want to scare the kid or come across like a problem in the situation. You probably hear his feet just splashing in the puddles.
Yeah, so as you say that, he does kind of give a little jump regardless and then like squint over at the general area of where you are. Uh but you're currently doing your funky little invisible in the rain thing.
Yeah, yeah. There's a there's like a moment before you watch as you're it's almost like the rain seems to part slightly and you can see about a 16-year-old Toon kind of looking down at you, hands in pockets, lean back on his heels, looking down at you, kind of a mix of confusion almost. His bandana is a nice violet and light blue.
That's fun. Camille's gonna roll insight on you, like the horrible little gremlin he is.
Yeah, of course, a little shit.
Yep.
You
What
can
do we
tell.
see?
I can't. I can't roll higher than that. And it meets it, beats it. So I'm not gonna. You know what? We're gonna just see how badly Timmy fails. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Cool. Thanks. Love you, dice. The dice are actually rolling decent for me for once, but it's against Camille, so it's useless.
Yeah.
Timmy looks somewhat concerned. He mostly is just confused, just straight up confused by this kid. But there is a bit of concern, and you can tell as you're watching him that bandana is shifting in color slightly. At first, it kind of looks like it's just the rain, but you notice as his face squints a little bit more, it does become a little bit more that light violet.
Mentally filing that away for later. Uh, it's fine. This kid totally doesn't have paranoia. It's fine. Um, actually, why don't you, if you were,
My turn for insight, I guess.
insight, investigation if you are looking closely at him.
Oh God, I need you to understand he's not good at this. I want to preface with that. That was insight right there. And that
Oh,
was investigation.
that's a nat one.
And that one with no modifiers either. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're having that kind of day.
you
Cool.
are
Cool.
you are indeed having that kind of day. Um,
Um
that's do
Timmy takes the
I
no care a little too far.
do I dare roll?
I want to see actually.
All right.
I dare you to roll.
Okay. Okay.
God, Timmy.
Okay, good. I gave him disadvantage, so this way meets it beats it.
Yay! Timmy's sad rollers for once aren't gonna be his own.
I I do love the fact he had to roll a 2 for but it's fine. Um rogues are
It's
like
all
that.
roads be like that, God.
But yeah, yeah, this is a normal Toon child. You do not see past the disguise, and you do not see his horrible eye bag situation. Um, you can notice that like from the way he's shivering a little and like his posture and general face expression, this kid is tired and not feeling well.
Timmy, his bandana turns a deeper shade of that violet, and he crouches down a little and goes, hey now, are you sick? Are you in this weather sick? What kind of idiot does that? And he's already like shaking his head at you. It's just straight up judgmental already.
Camille kind of just gives you a deadpan expression like, I have to get home somehow, don't I?
Well, you could an umbrella maybe? I don't know. What do people who don't like the rain use? Magic? You can use your backpack as a hat?
He
Oh, don't
points
you
at
already
his
have it?
hat.
Well, obviously that's not working. So, um, does Timmy have anything he could use? What actually? Hold on. Um, God, is he gonna really do this again? Um, 1 second. Let me check something really quick because I just had an idea.
Oh.
Timmy has a backpack. Could he?
Okay. Uh, I am bound by a certain inspirations canon to say that yes, Camille is
Okay,
small enough to be placed in a backpack.
hold up,
This
hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm pulling. He pulled the backpack, his own backpack out, and he points at the kid and goes, "Okay, listen. You got to get out of here. I don't care." And he's like not even arguing at this point. He's like, "Listen, is there any place nearby dry? I, we, we could get you there fast." And he's like, you could tell he's being genuine right now. He's not trying to hide that.
okay, I'm just Camille's
Listen,
just
he's concerned. He doesn't like people getting sick in the rain. Okay, he does have some emotions down there.
Camille's just staring at you with like you don't even know you don't even have to roll insight. Like this is like pure disbelief on his face right now as he's just you want me, a 6-year-old, to get into a random stranger's backpack?
I see how that's a bad idea out loud.
Just a little. Don't tell me you go.
I don't no. I don't know. We talk to people, so like no. But shit, what do I do now? Timmy felt like he had the brain cell for 5 seconds and then it was gone. I love it. It's so in character. Uh,
Yeah,
Timmy's sitting there, hands at just that, you know, that pose with like the finger, the hands to the face, thinking.
yeah. Keel's kind of just gonna stare at you for a moment longer before he starts walking again.
Hey, now, wait, no. Okay, listen. Okay, bad idea. I see that now. Um, I don't have anything else. I use the backpack with the crows. I don't know what to do besides the backpack. Shit.
Yeah,
Um, he's really trying. He's genuinely concerned. He's like, okay, fine. Okay, first idea, bad idea. But that's bad
yeah,
ideas happen.
that's a little bit kidnappy to me.
Okay, yeah. Timmy, see, I want to remind you the only things Timmy interacts with outside. No, let me phrase this. The only thing Timmy interacts with is the crows. And what does he do when the crows start to get sick? He puts them in the backpack. It's a thing. Timmy doesn't know these. Timmy didn't think this far through.
All he knows is that Camille is backpack sized.
And that's how you keep people dry. You put them in the backpack, you zoom away, find someplace dry. It's simple. Timmy sometimes forgets to use the whole brain cell. He gets a partially through and goes, "Oh, this is enough."
Oh, Timmy, beloved. Yeah, Camille's just gonna keep walking because, yeah, that is a bad idea, and he's not just gonna stand out here in the rain.
No, Camille, my beloved, is a smart one here. Let's be honest. Camille's holding the brain cell for Timmy. Um, Timmy is. What does Timmy to do? Shit. Okay, can't do that. Can't do that. Okay.
I mean, it depends
Okay.
on how smart he's gonna be because I will remind you that he is very grabbable, too.
He is not going to grab the kid that is a little kidnapped. Timmy was trying to be nice, not weird.
uh, well, he's better than Juby in that sense because Juby has grabbed the child before.
Listen. If it's a life or death situation, maybe. But no, Timmy has the brain cell for 5 seconds in his life sometimes. Okay, let's see. What would Timmy do? Okay. Listen. Uh, okay, bad idea. First, okay, I'll admit it. I keep forgetting that normal people can't just. I keep forgetting people just don't. Shit. I probably nope. This is sounding sad. Anyways, okay, can't do that. But is there a dry place nearby? I kind of feel like slightly responsible right now. It's complicated, but just I feel bad that you're stuck in the rain right now. Could I at least like go get you a warm drink or something until the rain passes, so I don't feel like I'm being um too much of a menace to a random kid?
Feels just he kind of slows his pace. Not that it was a very fast one to begin with, as he looks over at you again. Like, how would this be your fault?
It's really complicated. I don't quite understand. It's very complicated. Uh let's just say Storms and I very often are in the same place.
Well, that doesn't make it your fault.
Yeah, but I still feel a little bad sometimes. Don't mention it to anybody else. But it yeah. Listen, kid. I'm trying to be nice. Can we not get into? Don't. And his bandana is turning a shade of gray all around the edges.
Uh,
Over
shake
that.
him.
Hmm?
I'm shaking him. Um,
It's happening. I can't help it.
yeah. Hey, you want to roll an insight on Camille because there is a very funny parallel here.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that's an 18.
you can tell that um this kid, one, does not at all consider it to be your fault, and two, kind of sort of relates on some level.
Oh, baby.
I
um, Timmy kind of trying to figure out how Timmy would clock that. Timmy kind of rocks on his heels a little bit more as he walks, and he goes, "Shit, what does he say? I had it for about 5 seconds, and now it's gone." The
oh
joys of
no,
speaking. The joys of speaking.
it's fine. It's fine. You have
Um,
time. Camille's
lis-
currently wiping water off of his glasses yet again. Cause man,
listen, okay. Okay, first of all, Timmy holds his backpack over the kid because even if his backpack's probably bigger than Camille, and at least he provides some shelter from the rain. So he's doing that while he talks to me like, okay, I is it technically my fault? I don't know. Okay. Um, I- let's be honest. Weather is weird, and running gags are weird, and I don't try to understand it. It just overcomplicates things, and I don't need to guilt trip myself constantly. That's not healthy. But I do acknowledge there is a running gag, and you are not doing well because of the weather. And it would not, there are people in my life who would be extremely disappointed in me if I did not at least make sure you got somewhere dry and something warm.
Camille is currently just looking up at you because this is a really, the mental image of this pose is something else.
I'm dying so much right now internally from this.
And he's just like, you're not gonna leave me alone until I say yes, are you?
I mean, technically, if you really wanted, I could, but I would feel bad for the rest of the day.
Fine.
I
There's
will, wherever it's nearby, don't want to be weird, but just until the weather passes, or at least until I can leave, and hopefully the weather will pass with it.
fine. There's a cafe not very far from here.
Just worked out. Uh, cool. Um, which way? I haven't been to Villestown before. I've been actively kind of trying to avoid it. It's one of the bigger cities. Don't like try. I normally stick more to the open fields, rain, and all that.
Camille's
I'm very lost.
that yeah.
This is part of the reason I'm talking to you. I'll be completely honest. I am very lost, and you know where you're going.
Hale kind of just snorts and then starts moving. Um, and he leads the way over to the one cafe we always end up at.
You always do.
the, the Painted Lady, because everything always goes there eventually.
All roads lead to the Painted Lady.
All plot lines lead to
Uh,
the Painted Lady.
I cannot deny that sentence. So Timmy follows Camille and lets Camille lead the way. He keeps a couple steps back. He realizes his crow solution came across very wrong, and so he's definitely sticking away for a little bit. He lets Camille keep the backpack over his head, but he kind of wanted to find. Plus, this way he can actually enjoy the rain. Because I mean, Camille doesn't need to be in the rain. Timmy, he's very happily enjoying this. His constitution is definitely going to pass later on.
You say
He,
that, but I remember what you said before.
that was a nat 1. How?
Yeah, it's
It's fine. That's later rolls.
yeah, it's not too long until they, wind up there. On the way, yeah, it's very obvious that this kid is sick. Uh, like he's doing his best to seem like it does not bother him, but yeah, there's deception cannot save you from coughs and sniffles.
Timmy feels a little. Oh, Timmy's bandana starts to turn a turquoise color, along with the violet and grays.
This kid is becoming full tie-dye.
Oh god. Does Camille say that?
uh, he does not, but looking at the bandana, he thinks it.
No, I'm got you. Can I? I'm gonna roll to see if Timmy notices him staring at the bandana. Actually, you know what?
Sure,
Where's my
I'll
perception? You know what?
I'll roll a stealth to see, 'cause,
You.
uh, okay, I guess for once he's allowed a good stealth roll, but it's not enough.
Oh my gosh! Just barely. Timmy notices right as they reach the entrance. Camille staring and goes, "Please stop staring at the banana." Okay, it just stop. It's making it awkward.
Uh,
Yes, it changes color. Stop, please.
Camille just shrugs because he he was staring a little bit, but if you want to, you can roll an insight.
Well, roll an insight. That's. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him proficiency in that at this rate because this is getting.
Considering who,
Whoa, that's a
yeah,
20.
considering who he's related to, you definitely want a proficiency in that. Um,
Mm-hmm. You'd think he'd do it, but no. No, I'm just got out of level rogue later. Anyways, um,
but yeah, with a nat 20, yeah, this he was like sending glances at it and staring a little bit, but he it wasn't like it was more like a passive curiosity, sort of just like, oh, what's it doing now? Because Timmy is not the first color changing toon that Camille has met.
hee hee, hee
And
hee.
so once Timmy says that, he just gives a little shrug and goes into the cafe.
All right. The great question. Can Camille have coffee?
I think, nope, there's there is a
Wait,
certain red-haired barista at the counter. Uh, so
question. Question. Does he mention he wants coffee?
you know
Because I need
what?
to point
Probably.
who I need to point who the FPS is with,
True.
and an enabler Timmy is.
So they enter. Camille sees Leo at the counter and looks up at Timmy again, like, can I have coffee?
Oh no.
Uh, Timmy, you look over at the red haired barista who's just mouthing no at you.
Timmy rubs the back of his neck a little nervously and goes, I first time in the town, I don't think I need to make any bad you're already sick. Yeah, you're already sick. Let's not. And he's just side glancing at barista very nervously.
Uh, the barista is just a soft boy. Don't worry about it.
Yes, yes, but if somebody is telling you no before the kid has even finished the question, you can already tell there's some backstory to that. And Timmy does have enough of a brain cell to go, ooh, let's not test that theory.
uh, Camille just huffs, and he is not pouting. No, he is not. Uh, and just sighs because it was worth the shot. Uh, before going like,
Does the does the coffee come in different sizes?
um, probably nothing small enough for Camille.
Man, I was about to be like, Timmy's gonna order 2 coffees and just casually slide one over to Camille.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um the owner of I'm sorry. Leah just broke the fourth wall in the gallery.
Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. There's so many back there.
It just happened.
God, I missed that. Oh God. Okay. That's beautiful.
uh,
Uh,
okay, so Leo, definitely not doing the current knife holding emoji that we have. Uh, he, you are informed that Camille can have a bowl of soup and a cup of tea.
okay. Um, Timmy will order the same thing. Timmy will get the same thing. Um, but he will ask for his tea done a certain way, which, hey, people in the gallery, how exactly is that done again? I have
It's
them.
it's done the Ghiblian way, which is
I know
already
it's done
yeah, which is
I didn't know if there's a specific way.
yeah, it's you know the difference between like Eastern and Western tea styles? Uh,
Yes.
it's basically Eastern tea style where it's more like a herbal type thing uh without like cream and sugar and everything. Like the most you'll do is a little bit of honey, which is probably how Leo's making it. Uh,
Um, Timmy will kind of rock on his heel slightly and ask for a little bit of honey in his too. He probably doesn't ask for like the way he exactly wants it because he's like, ah, it's a lot of work. But he does ask for some extra honey in his.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's already how Leo was making it. Surprise!
Oh, that's perfect.
It is indeed confirmed canon.
It's confirmed canon now.
Yeah, and that is also how Camille takes it, because that is how that is how my very Asian mother gives. Uh, we drink tea with honey when we're sick.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, usually it's ginseng, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the type of tea Camille's going for.
I have no idea what type of tea Timmy's going for. We're just gonna go with we'll go with the same thing. We will go
Yeah,
with the same thing
it's
because
fine.
I drink coffee all the time. I'm a coffee person.
Despite Camille being a coffee person, I'm a tea person.
Well, if Camille ever needs to know about the 50 million types of coffee, I got him.
uh,
Hmm.
that is why you have the barista boy, Marcy. Anyway, so they put their orders in and then probably go off to a table somewhere.
Timmy sits down and he runs his hands through his hair as he leans back and he gives a little stretch and goes, I haven't sat down in a cafe for a while. Is this one any good?
And Camille, meanwhile, has climbed up into his own chair. Uh, he's very small. It's fine. Um, and he's just like, "Oh yeah. I come here all the time. If you can, and he looks over at these red-haired barista, cause yeah, you can tell that there's indeed some history between them.
Timmy is glancing between them and goes, "Ah, you pick on each other. I can see a cane instinct when I see one."
Camille looks back at you like, oh no, we don't pick on each other though. The most is just that he won't give me coffee.
That's picking on each other. That fun fact, picking on each other, little brat, is more than just mean words.
Like what you're doing right now?
Hey, wait, now, hey, wait a minute. He sits up and goes, no. Cane instincts between people who care. No. I am simply a person doing my duty.
So you're just being mean.
I. You know what? You could shut up, you little shit, for about 5 seconds, please. And even though he says that, you can tell it's meant really lightheartedly.
Yeah, he'll just gives you a horrid little grin, before he settles a bit further into his chair. And you know what? Oh, okay.
I think it's time. You go.
Yeah, he's currently trying to, he's currently still trying to downplay how sick he is.
How sick is Timmy gotten? He's vibing. He's vibing. Um, Timmy kind of crosses his arms and goes, "Do you okay, okay." In all seriousness, and he kind of folds his hands like, "Okay, sorry about the earlier thing. I'm not used to interacting with people outside the crows, and the chat likes to use the backpack, so my brain went, oh, backpack, simple solution. Forgot, and I know I used to be carried around a backpack sometimes. I forgot that you can't just walk up to strangers and do that. Sorry about that. I see now that I was being not the smartest person on the street. Um, he rubs his head and goes, but in all seriousness, you don't need to head back out in that weather.
Hey, you wanna do an insight on Camille?
Sure. With his, I need to get a better insight with him. Oh my god!
For some reason, he's been having really good insight rolls though.
This is okay. Context for the all our listeners. Timmy is a really funny gag from a character for mine because he's kind of notoriously known for not rolling above a 10, and every time he's had an insight roll, he's rolled pretty chill actually. So this is very throwing me off, and I'm loving it, but it is throwing me off.
I don't know why, but for some reason, Timmy and Juby are really good at reading Camille.
Huh. I wonder why.
Yeah. It's a mystery. Yeah, with your 19 insight, you do in fact beat Camille's earlier deception to try and hide how sick he is. He, yeah, you can see the standard miserable expression of a sick child, plus shivers because it's still February. It's cold and it's raining and he's soaking wet. So, you know, it's fine. And so yeah, you can tell that he is in fact a good bit more sick than he is trying to let you see. But also, fun fact, when you mention the crows, something about his body language changes, and he seems more on guard than before.
Timmy, speaking of the gallery, Timmy's gonna process this one and two things. Timmy's first gonna cast the cantrip Gus. He's gonna dry the kid off. Okay.
You're gonna cast Gust indoors?
Timmy's not a smart person, okay?
Okay, 1 moment. Let me look up what the Gust spell does.
I can send it. I got a screenshot. Is this a smart idea? No. But my other option is Druidcraft.
Okay.
Let me send this because it's here's Gust, which is one option. Or I tried to warn everyone the shenanigans were gonna be high in this.
God. I'm guessing.
You can
So
can
which
stop
one
me
is
if you want.
which one's he going for?
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, listen, we can be nice and say that using the harmless sensory effect portion, that it, I know that if Camille gets pushed, she's gonna go twice the distance, so we're not gonna do either of the first two options.
I still kind of want to though because it's funny.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it for the hee-hoos. Let's do it for the hee-hoos.
Yeah.
You know what? Why not? He's gonna do it underneath Camille though, because he's trying to contain it somewhat. Or he's gonna do it. Actually, it's gonna be either going from underneath or up above. So it's like when you stand in one of those those tornado tunnel things.
Yeah.
That you can do. Yeah, it's you can't a person.
I would recommend. I would recommend doing it from above down because he would be launched 10 feet in the air, and I don't think the ceilings are that high.
Wait, you have to make a strength saving check. Saving throw.
Yeah, I already did.
That's actually genuinely impressive considering Timmy has such low saving throws for his spells. Wow.
He does have a -3. Yeah. He's just sitting there one.
I had a little bit of face because he doesn't have his thing out. So he literally pulls his sword out, places it on its lap, and that's when it happens. Because his focus is connected to his sword.
Yeah, Camille does, he does move back as Timmy pulls out a sword, because one, he's on guard, and then this dude pulls out a sword. And it's all happening very fast. First he kind of tips back a little, and then there's a gust of wind and he is gone.
Wait, no! You just hear Timmy suddenly he shoves the sword away so fast, stands up.
As you stand up, you can find Camille on the ground next to the chair.
Okay, I need to stop thinking up plans. These are not going well.
Just a little. And he kind of pushes himself up and...
Timmy moves to help him. up. God. I'm crying. I'm actually crying right now.
God. Everyone is staring.
Timmy's bandana is such a bright shade of violet right now and turquoise. It's not even gray anymore. It's just this neon I'm sorry. Let me help you up. I'm sorry.
And okay, for funnies, do you want to make a strength check for picking Camille?
A saving throw or just a check? This is a very important question.
I guess a check just to see how much oomph you end up putting into picking him up.
Okay, not too
Okay.
much. Not too much. God.
Not too much. So the kid is a lot lighter than you expected, but you do not accidentally pick him up. You do still help him up. Um and yeah, so
Timmy can do that much at least. Wow.
yeah. So he's just brushing himself off and looking up at you before looking over at Leo, who Marcy has been threatening to unmute to have Leo kick that out.
I will. I won't argue against it. I won't argue.
Hey Marcy, you want to make a cameo?
Technical difficulty is loading because Spec is actually crying right now. I'm not lying. I have tears in my eyes. I did not. Okay, when I told you all that Timmy was a disaster for his lack of development of social skills, I did not think it was going to come into fruition this quickly. Oh my gosh.
It is wonderful. I am having so much fun.
Hi. Oh god. Hi, Marcy, for the cameo. Hi for the cameo.
Hi, my name is Marzi, and I will be playing Leo Layton, everyone's favorite local barista at the Painted Lady, who is in hands right now at this mess that he is gonna have to clean up.
Well, at least they didn't get their food yet, so it's only really the chair.
Yeah.
The chair is fine. The chair is not broken. There was no damage applied to the chair.
There was no damage done property-wise, only pride-wise.
There's a moment where everyone in the cafe is staring at you, and you hear kind of like a strangled groan from behind the counter. And that redheaded barista, like, one hand still on his face, the other holding like two paper baggies, and it's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Oh no. Oh.
You did already order your food, so here is that to go. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Camille, do you need me to call Miss Moria?
Camille. He.
God.
Uh.
Timmy's head is in his hand. He like is not even hesitate. He takes his stuff and he waits outside. He does not hesitate. He is gone. He is waiting outside. He is sitting outside in the rain, head in hands, shamed.
Yeah, Camille's just he is currently the pensive emoji. I forget the actual word for that expression, but it's just like sorry, big bro Leo. You don't need to call her, it's fine.
Leo just sighs and hands him his paper baggie and goes to. I imagine the Painted Lady to be one of those cafes that has like the umbrella holder that has like a couple like free to take. And Leo grabs one and holds it out to him and is like, at least take this along with you. You were soaking wet when you stepped in.
Yeah, he is not now, but let's not worry about that. At least one thing was accomplished. He takes the umbrella with a little thank you, and he
Please tell your friend the next time you enter this cafe to not do that.
Camille nods and he pulls out his little wallet and gives Leo another tip.
No, no.
It's too late. He's handing it to you.
Nope. Leo ain't touching it. Leo is shooing him out the door.
Camille very pointedly leaves it on the ground before he is shoved out.
God.
And then he's outside in the rain with Timmy
And that
once
is where my
more.
cameo ends.
I'm your beloved. That was beautiful. I am.
Thank you.
God, it gave me time to recover too, because I am still crying. Still crying.
It's fine. Camille has an umbrella now, and he opens it
Yeah.
up and is just like, well,
I'm sorry again.
next time, don't use magic in the cafe.
I did. You were soaking wet. And good people were supposed to help others. So I was trying to be nice and shit, shit,
I
heck, why am I?
I appreciate it, but
Yeah, there's no but. How can you? You can't.
every time I try to get myself together, I hear bark. You. And he's just like, but next time, there are less destructive ways to help. Uh, and also, it's generally considered bad form to pull a weapon out in a cafe.
Yeah, that is true. Ugh. I can't emphasize the haven't been around others enough.
You.
Yeah, I mean, normally when I do it, it's not a problem. There's like 5 other weapons nearby. It's kind of more of a, sometimes it's even opposite effect. It's like a, hey, I trust you. I'm showing you what weapon I have kind of thing. Did not think about that. My focus, God, oh, shit, peck shit,
And
shitting
Camille is
pets.
just giving you a little pat on the leg.
I love how this went from like a possible enemy to just no. This is an absolute moron. He could not do harm. There's not enough brain cells up here to do harm.
Yeah, no, if he were part of what Camille's worried about, none of this would have happened.
He's too stupid to be threatening.
hmm
Which is really funny considering he's proficient in intimidation.
It's it it's a different kind of intimidation.
It's a different kind of intimidation.
Uh, so Camille kind of just holds up his little paper bag like, well, thanks for the soup and drink. And he's going to start walking again.
This is bad because I don't know if Timmy would follow right now.
Um,
Oh, I could guilt. Oh, I can make Timmy look really sad though, if that would make Camille stop.
you can make a Timmy look very sad. I could also have Camille sneeze like a kitten.
Yeah, it's gonna be a combined F. Wait, I want to make another. I want to make another Constitution. Actually, hold on real quick. It's getting worse. He's following. I'm rolling a disadvantage. No.
uh,
I did not use the right number.
it's fine. He's doing good for now.
It's
He
fine. He
has
can get sick later.
yeah, he can get sick later because dice parser seems pretty set.
I will say he does have. He is sitting there in the rain. He doesn't even attempt to move. He just has his face buried in his knees. His poor drink and food is getting soaked as well, and his bandana is the brightest shade of um 1 second. Where is his sheet? Where's his sheet? I can't remember this one color. The word is escaping me. Do you have the moment when it just be like that?
It do be like that.
Okay, no, it's still violet. It's still violet. Okay, that one was violet as well. But it's it's definitely more muted shade of violet, and the gray has taken over a lot more. But there's still that violet and turquoise. But he went from that bright violet and turquoise inside to a more muted shade of both with the gray, and he's just head down, arms down, defeated, little like that, like a little just puppy just laying in the rain outside. Too defeated to even move back inside.
Camille looks back, sees this, and he just lets out a little groan because, oh, you were so sad. You look, I feel like I'm kicking a puppy. um, that's
He'd be like that. It'd be like that.
and against his better judgment, he just sighs, walks back over to Timmy, like, okay, do you have a place to go?
I just realized also haven't even introduced each other. He looks up and he rubs his head and goes, I figured I'd find a place later on. There's got to be a hotel around somewhere. That or I'd go find. I could set up a tent somewhere. Slept in worse. I don't mind it. I don't mind sleeping outside. It's good weather to be outside today. And he says this completely serious. This is not even sarcastic. He genuinely means this is good weather to be outside and sleeping in.
Camille's just like, no, we are not doing that.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Oh God, I don't want to cause another incident after that inside. God, shit, or
You
earlier, or shit.
you literally look like a kicked puppy left in the rain right now.
I am not that pathetic. And his voice cracks halfway through.
Camille just gives you a look.
Am I that pathetic? God, this is embarrassing. Oh, I'm so glad nobody I know can see
being
me.
called out by a 6-year-old.
I'm being called up by the person I was supposed to be helping. Oh, fine, fine. Only if anything, so I know that you get to somewhere dry at least, because I feel bad because I got you kicked out too, which shouldn't have happened. You should have been allowed to stay.
Oh no, he knows I'm usually the one bringing others here.
It's not your fault that I didn't think any of that through. One day I may learn.
Tim holds him. This guy. Let's see. No, he's not allowed to have good rules. I want to have a bad rule for.
For funsies.
Wait a minute. Why the heck am I using dice parser? That's more like it. There. And Camille looks like he's about to say something, but then he stops, sneezes, and it's very much a kitten sneeze because he's not allowed to be cool. And kind of hunches over again because yeah, still sick.
Timmy instantly feels bad and is like, oh God, sorry. Yeah, let's get you out of here. And he stands up and he puts his, I'll be honest, puts the food and drink in his hammer space. And he rummages in there for a bit and pulls out a bedroll, which is not very effective of a thing, but it's all he's got.
Camille has an umbrella right now. It's fine.
I know, but he wrapped him up. Wait, Timmy doesn't even have a bedroll. What am I talking about? Never mind. There's a brain cell up there. He brings out like an extra shirt and then he goes, oh shit, that won't work. And he just shoves it away, and he rubs it. It's like, yeah, let's just get you have an umbrella now. I can get us there fast. And that plan shouldn't backfire. But at the same time, it might. He's second guessing himself now.
Oh. Camille. Yeah, he's sick, he's cold, he's had a long day, he kind of just wants to go home and sleep. Um, so he's just like, fine, alright.
Timmy looks at him a bit surprised and then extends his hand almost like, wait, do you trust me in my plan?
I guess?
Oh, all right. Then he takes he extends a hand out and goes, hold on tight.
Camille is going to take he's gonna take Timmy's hand. Uh, he also stuffs his drink and the like into his hammer space. Um,
All right, let me
you
cast that spell.
yeah, you probably want to actually pick him up and hold him.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a strength
You
real
don't
quick.
need to. He is small enough to be mage handable.
Timmy makes the motion he's about to pick him up beforehand to make it clear to Camille and make sure Camille won't be too upset, especially after earlier.
Camille kind of just nods. He
He
knows, and most people, he's basically just accepted that he's going to be picked up all the time.
Timmy picks him up, and it's actually very gentle and carefully held. For all his brash and lack of thinking, he is very careful. And then you blink, and you guys have almost teleported. Within 6 seconds, you have traveled almost 120 feet in whatever
Yeah,
direction Timmy was told to go.
yeah, that is very fast. Yeah, Camille is very thankful he probably put the umbrella in front of them like a shield.
If it makes you feel any better, Timmy would have been very careful the way he held Camille to where it wouldn't have hurt Camille.
Alright. Because if you ever gone fast in the rain, if
It hurts.
it
No, Timmy was very careful in the way he held Camille, that he used that with mixed with his tune logic to make sure he took the brunt of the rain.
yeah, it's fine.
He moonwalked back. He moonwalked back. Choking the god, imagine.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Uh, let's see. Camille kind of just blinks, but you know what? People are fast sometimes. He's just gonna point and keep giving directions.
They do that for a total of how many times do you think they'd have to do that?
Um, hmm. An amount of times, I guess. But he
Okay,
does
Timmy's out of
live
spell slots
within.
now.
Oh,
Rest in peace, Timmy. Um, but they do make it.
that's good.
I will say every time he would do that, he would have to stand for like 6 seconds between each one, kind of shivering slightly in the rain. And I'm gonna say, we did it. There was how many slots left? 6. Okay, we'll say he did it 6 times, and each of those times he had to make a Constitution saving throw. That's a 5. Finally, he's sick by the end. The final one is nope. Wait, nope. I rolled the wrong dice. Finally, on the last one, he has a 5. So take that dice.
Yeah, Camille's just. Once he notices that, he's just like, Did you... Oh, don't tell me you did this even though it would get you sick.
It's fine. It's just not used to using up that many spell slots that fast.
Oh, you...
And as he says that, he lets out his own sneeze, which is its own kitten sneeze, because I am legally required to make Timmy have a kitten sneeze. Timmy's one of those characters who sometimes has a kitten sneeze, sometimes has a loud sneeze. It depends on the situation. This time, it's a kitten sneeze. And he rubs his eyes and he goes, "It's fine. It's fine. I don't get sick, so it's fine."
You are quite literally sick right now.
You're imagining things, kid.
You...
Is this the right place? He kind of rubs his head a little.
Camille just groans like, yes, it is. You're an idiot.
Haven't been called that one in a while. And his bandana does turn a shade of blue and red.
Well, there's not really any other way to describe you. Come on. And he, has Timmy set him down, or is he still being held?
Timmy, I'm gonna be honest, with that 5, the moment they got there and he realized he got that confirmation, he put Camille down so he could hug himself a little, shivering.
Yeah. Camille.
That's a 5. That's almost a nat 1. He's not vibing.
Yeah, he sure ain't. God, Camille was going to grab his keys, but okay, on a 6, Camille fishes around in his pockets for a moment before he pulls out a book titled Man in Maroon. Slides that back in, and then, oh god damn it, another fumble. Okay. Pulls out a spare pair of glasses and just like, no, puts that back in. Okay, there. And then he grabs his keys. And unlocks the door and gives Timmy a very frustrated point that all but says, "Get in here now."
Timmy doesn't argue. Timmy has admitted he's lost the battle. Listen, if this kid didn't hate him from the beginning, then this kid's gonna be a nut. This kid's decent. He walks inside like a puppy that got caught playing in the mud.
Oh.
Head down and everything, kind of shivering.
Okay, and he closes the door behind them, and it's just, okay, do you have something to change into?
He holds up a hand in thought and goes, I technically he does. Technically he has one spare pair of bare common clothes. Let's see if he can pull them out. He does, and he pulls out an outfit identical to what he's wearing. I got this. I just dry myself off. I can just dry myself off, but after what happened last time, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, please don't. Anyways, and he sets the umbrella down near the door like, I'm gonna go get changed too.
Okay.
And so he plods off rather miserably, but you know, sick children do what sick children do.
Sick children do it. Sick children. They're just 2 sick children, Your Honor.
Yeah. And so yeah, what are you doing while Camille's off?
Timmy is gonna do a little bit of a spin. It's a wobble because he's sick. but when it happens, he has the wet clothes in his hands and he's wearing the dry clothes. His hair is still absolutely soaked, and so is he, but at least his clothing's dry.
Mm-hmm.
His hair is soaking so much. The only thing he doesn't change is he does not change that bandana. So that bandana is still absolutely soaked, and it's soaking his shirt. So the it's not working effectively, but he tried, and
Oh,
he puts the
Timmy.
wet clothes. He's not taking the bandana off. He
Timmy.
puts, and he doesn't have a spare of those. He puts the wet clothes away, and he kind of stands there, still at least now with new shoes, pants, and shirt, and two shirts because he wears the overshirt and the undershirt. Um, and he rubs his head, and he's gonna make a perception
Yeah, go
because he
and
is
make your
sick.
perception.
He is sick, but Timmy knows to look around and check your surroundings.
Yeah. So,
That's an 18. What does
yeah.
he notice?
So with an 18, you can see that, like, at first glance, yeah, this is a normal little apartment. Um, like there's a little kitchenette off in one direction and like a sitting area over in the other. Hallway that presumably leads over to like the bathroom and bedroom and all that. Um, and at first it looks all normal, but like at closer inspection, there's usually when a family lives somewhere, like the junk that they accumulate over time like does pile up and it gets more
Mm-hmm.
personalized. This does not have that. There's a few signs, but it's not like the eclectic mix of like interests and styles of multiple people living in one place. And you can also notice like in the kitchenette, and there's a little step stool. uh, so yeah, make of that information what
Mm.
you will.
Timmy's clocking all that, and he kind of calls out into the hallway, "You guys just recently moved here?"
And you can hear a little call back like, yeah, last fall.
Timmy's not gonna question it too much. You got Timmy's used to sleeping in a tent or a cave or a dinky little inn. Okay, this seems normal. This is absolutely normal for most people. Because he's like, oh, my experience with the house must be an exception because Timmy is not smart, but
Oh,
Timmy's
Timmy.
player is clocking this.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fine. After a moment,
Trust me, the more they talk, the more little alarms will probably start to go off. But for right now, Timmy is very embarrassed still. He's trying not to snoop.
yeah.
He's trying. It's failing. He's a curious kid, but he's trying.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, that's what you can get from just standing there looking around. Uh, is he going to try and actually look into things, or is he going to
Yes,
try and be
he's
polite?
absolutely. Listen. He's gonna stand. I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw for him right now. Okay, we're gonna make a wisdom saving throw for him, and you tell me before we roll what he needs to have to not be curious.
I'll say under 10 is a fail, and he is going to be a horde snoop. Okay! So, uh, like, you stand there, you clock everything, and then you're just like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go look around.
Yeah,
Uh,
he tries. He really does. He stands there, but then the fidgeting starts happening. And he's tugging at his bandana, he's tapping his hands, and there's a little he notices a storm cloud starting to form over his head, and he goes, no, 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 we are not, nope, 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 nope. And so he waves that away and starts walking around.
yeah, so how's he going about snooping?
He starts by just looking at things. One second.
Okay. Hello, dear audience.
Sorry. People walked in. Um,
Valid.
he starts by looking around. First is the initial look over, and then he starts inspecting Honestly, he walks over to the kitchenette, because that seems the most personalized so far. And he opens up the fridge.
Yeah. Inside the fridge is a good bit of fresh groceries because someone has been stopping by to give those to Camille.
Good.
You know, a completely normal coworker thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty normal. There's some like leftover meals and containers and stuff. Uh, you if we're keeping your 18 from earlier, you do notice that things tend to be a little bit more clustered towards the bottom of the fridge versus the top. But uh it's not too drastic.
Okay. Timmy is also going to take out his soup and tea, and he's going to put that on the counter. Um, and he's
Is there
gonna.
anything he's gonna grab from the fridge?
Is there a juice?
There is indeed orange juice.
He grabs a juice. He grabs a juice. Hey, you mind if I steal a juice?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks. Closes the fridge door. Juice in hand out. Timmy just made himself home. I can't believe it.
Camille is meanwhile like, how the fuck did he know I have? Is he snooping? uh,
Absolutely not.
uh, yeah. So what else is he gonna check before Camille is going to come out? Now that Camille's been alerted.
Is there any photos? That's what he's gonna check.
No. There's not a single photo in the house.
He doesn't like that. That does. Timmy is a bit on edge on that.
Yeah.
Family houses have photos normally. That's a thing.
That is
Even if you
indeed a
just
thing.
moved in, you put one photo up normally.
Mhm. But
Timmy is on edge.
there is none of that here. Uh,
Timmy kind of looks around and eventually he just leans against the counter in the kitchenette drinking the juice, but he is stiffer now. You can't quite place it, but something's off.
yeah, don't worry about it. Um, uh, Camille comes out shortly after shortly after Timmy asks if he can have some juice. He's um he's wearing very cozy PJ bottoms and a unfortunate. He's also wearing a Phantom L t-shirt that is way too big for him. And it
Aww.
reaches like you know how kids have sleep shirts that are just like adult size
Uh-huh.
shirts and
Uh-huh.
that's what's
Yeah.
going on. um
Oh.
yeah, cuz someone got him a Phantom L t-shirt as a gift and yeah,
Timmy
it's
smiles and looks at it and goes, "Who's that?"
just some guy.
Just some. Okay. Yeah, you just have a T-shirt, just some guy. Is he like a superhero or something?
Camille grimaces and he just tosses a towel at you.
Ah, fine, fine. I understand. I couldn't dry off too much. And he starts trying to dry off his hair. Because his clothes are already almost re-soaked at this point, it feels like. From the bandana alone, starting to dry out.
Yeah, it's fine. He's got a towel now.
There was an attempt made. He's just kind of he ruffles his hair, and when he lets go, it's all like poofing out like a cat. And he just runs a hand through it, and it fixes itself. Toon logic.
Yes, the Toon logic gag. Also, despite Camille being in PJs, he still has his hat on.
Do you? It's the same hat, right?
It is indeed the same hat.
Timmy looks and he goes, "Aren't you gonna take your hat off since it's soaked?"
Nah. It's
Timmy's looking at him with like the most narrowed eyes and confusion.
Aren't you gonna take your bandana off even though it's soaked?
Hell no. Hell no.
And so he
And
just
he stiffens a lot at that. Even the idea of it. He just his bandana turns like it goes from violet to purple. And he stiffens. And he straightens up and he does slide more against the counter.
And Camille just shrugs like, so I'm not taking my hat off.
Okay. Timmy drops it.
I'm so sorry that he's like this.
Oh no, this is great. This is what we signed up for. 2 bullies.
Yeah. But with that, he kind of gestures at the counter like, you can take a seat if you want.
Ah,
You've
yeah.
already made yourself at home. He looks at the
Sorry.
juice.
I could, he starts rummaging through his hamsters. I got a coin or two. 1 second. Sorry, shit, didn't even think about that.
You
Like
don't
that.
have to. No, you don't have to pay me back. I just take a seat and eat your soup.
Okay. And he sits down and he starts to get his soup out. I was like, you two, the whole start of all this nonsense. You need it too. You're sick.
And Camille lets out a little groan, but he's not arguing as he climbs up into the chair once more. uh, and let's see, can you pull it out of your hammer space? Yes. He pulls soup and tea out of his hammer space and starts going at it.
They both just go at it. There's this respectful silence between them as they're both like, we need this.
It's good. It's still warm thanks to hammer space rules.
Hammer space rules. Timmy, once he finishes the soup dough and he's just on the tea, he does let out a shaky little cough. Mix of sick, mix of awkward. As he looks at Camille and he rubs his another hand through his hair again. I'm sorry again about earlier. About everything today. Sorry.
Well, it's fine. You were just trying to help. And as he finishes his sentence, he does let out some coughs. Before he goes and takes a sip of his tea.
It trying to help or not, you're sick, and I did not help. And you want to make an insight?
Sure. Let's see. Where am I? There I am. Okay. Horrible man with horrible little modifiers.
Oh, I'm not even. Could I even? I could.
Try it.
Oh, dice, please don't. Nope.
Nope.
I love it when we fail. At the times I wanted to fail. Timmy looks really nervous right now. His hands are flickering. His bandana has turned a shade of it's now almost 4 shades. It's almost 5 shades at this point actually.
Tie-dye.
6. Shit, he's at 6. He's at 6. Holy shit, you actually got him up to 6 shades. Because we have no, this is a natural thing. Because it's any emotion he's experiencing. He has gray in there. He has red. The ones that are the least is there's very little red. There is a good amount of gray at this point. There's also violet, purple. Oh, that's 7. Dark blue and light blue. All just swirling around on his bandana as he tries his best to drink his tea, but he's fidgeting, he's shaking, and he keeps occasionally waving above his head when you see like a smoky bit of gray forming above it.
Damn, this kid got Timmy experiencing the full range of human emotion.
That's not even his full set.
Yeah, and Camille looks at that and kind of just lets out another little sigh before looking back over at his tea, like, oh, listen, sure you sure you messed up at the cafe and did get us kicked out, but you were trying to help and that does count for something. And then your next plan worked out even though it got you sick.
I'm not sick.
You Camille just gestures at you.
Can I also emphasize with that beautiful 22? Timmy isn't trying to lie. He genuinely believes that sentence.
Alright, if you're not sick, then tell me why you're coughing and shivering and sniffling.
It's you make his bandana starts to turn a lot more gray as his grip on the cup tightens, and he goes, it's I um it's exhaustion.
Well, if it's exhaustion, then Camille jerks a thumb over the couch, like, then you can stay here for the night.
I can't ask that of you. No, I'll finish my soup.
You are
You're
not
safe
going
and
back out in the rain.
I'm used to the rain.
I don't.
I walk in it all the time. I spend most of my time in it. I told you it follows me. I think I've spent more time in the rain than I've spent indoors at this point.
Just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's always good.
It's fine.
Listen, you think of it as repayment for buying lunch and getting me home.
He lets out a little laugh and goes, "You know, you just let me carry you to the to the cafe in the backpack. We want to be in this situation."
Timmy, that's still kidnapping.
It's not kidnapping, but he's laughing at this point, and there is a bit of yellow in his bandana. A bit of correction, not orange, a bit of orange in his bandana.
Yeah, you do get a little smile in return as Camille takes another sip of his tea. The soup's probably done at this point.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I'm sorry about that. I'm not used to the crows. I mean, anything but the crows.
And you want to roll an insight?
Yep. I'm not saying, no, I'm not saying that was on purpose, but there was a bit of a tension there. That's a not one!
Yeah.
Timmy! There it is. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it. We knew it was gonna happen eventually.
That's what you get for cursing your high rolls when it came to his con saves.
Hey, Dice, do you love me still? No, thanks.
The dice parser is just like, you ask for high rolls and then you hate me when I give you high rolls, so take this.
All right, Dice Parser, fine.
Yeah. So, Camille, yeah, there's nothing wrong here. He's just taking another sip of his tea.
Timmy, probably finishes his tea and he rubs his head and goes, "You promise you're gonna go to bed as well? You're not gonna do something stupid like going out in the rain?"
Why would I do that?
I'm gonna be honest, I just realized something. Timmy will not go to sleep first.
that's fun.
All right. Well, once you pass out, I can pass out. And he kind of just lays his head down on the counter with his hands in it. But he's very much exhausted. That much is visible, and he is sick. Even if he doesn't realize that he is sick, but you can see him actively trying to stay awake longer than you.
Yeah. Camille kind of just waves Timmy off because, yeah, no, he has no intentions of staying conscious while being sick any longer than he has to. He does not like being sick.
They're both gonna just pass out, Your Honor.
Yeah, so he kind of he finishes his stuff, goes over to dump it in the trash, but as he's getting out of the chair, he does kind of stumble and wobble a little bit.
Timmy almost instantly jumps up and tries to catch him. So let me make a dex save on that. But even though he's completely sickened out of it, the moment he sees the wobble, his instincts kick in. And that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dice Parser. He, within like a split second, you see him jump and catch you. And he's looking at you worried, and his bandana is a shade of violet, mostly now. Before he blinks and shakes his head and lets go and help you down.
Camille does let himself be helped down as he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah, I'll make it to the couch.
And he gives you a weak little thumbs up before he stumbles off to his room.
And Timmy makes it to the couch, and for rule of funny, he does not make it that far. He falls asleep on the ground.
Timmy!
It's funny!
You wake up to Camille nudging you with his foot and armful of blankets.
Timmy kind of rolls over and grabs the blankets. And he doesn't even try to get up. He just rolls over with the blankets and falls back asleep on the ground.
Camille just shakes his head and goes off to bed for real.
God, these two, Your Honor.
Yep. And that is the that's probably a good place to end it.
That's a good place.
Yeah. Don't Is Timmy gonna disappear in the morning or is he gonna try and stick around?
Timmy will never leave somebody while they're sleeping.
Oh, I see. That's fun. There's
Actually,
a
how
lot
is
of
he doing
time.
in the morning? Okay, Timmy feels better by the morning.
Yeah. Okay, let me roll for Camille. Ooh, that's a 7. It's fine.
Timmy adds this to the proof I was not sick.
uh, Camille gives him a little glare because not everyone is blessed with such a good immune system, you jerk.
I can't help it, little shit.
Yeah, in the morning he kind of stumbles and downs a bottle of orange juice, and you can tell he's planning on going back to bed, but first wants to see what you're up to.
Let me roll something. That's a nat 1. Wow, that was for Timmy to make food. For Camille. Timmy starts when you come down. Timmy has woken up very early. You wonder how much sleep he actually got, but he seems to be doing a lot better. He doesn't seem sick anymore, and he is looking at a bowl of soup that's on fire. I tried to make soup. It failed.
I'm not gonna ask. I I appreciate the sentiment, but I have leftovers.
Yeah. Timmy just lays his head down on the counter in defeat again.
You get a little pat on your leg.
We don't talk about this.
I am fine with that.
All right, go back to bed. I might head out soon, but I won't do it while you're asleep. Don't worry.
Camille nods like, yep, you can leave anytime you want. And
Do you
he's
want another insight on that if you want?
sure.
I love how we're wrapping it up and the wrap ups have insights.
That is Toonkind D&D for you.
That's Toonkind D&D. Yep. Timmy looks. He's trying his best to hide it. He really is. What's his deception again? It's like a +5. Yeah, Timmy is trying to hide it, but you can tell even that sentence wasn't directed at you necessarily.
That's a lot to unpack that he is unfortunately not capable of right now.
No, he's not going to unpack that, and Timmy won't let him. Timmy will shut down. That whole bandana will turn just completely gray if he tries to unpack that.
Yeah, he is making a mental note
But
of that, but he's
it is
off.
obvious that Timmy is saying that because, and he would prefer if you didn't disagree.
Yeah, he's not disagreeing. He's just making sure that Timmy does not feel obligated to stay longer than he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then he's actually, you want to do an insight on Camille as he says that before he heads back to sleep?
Yee. That's a 19. There we go. It's back.
Yeah. Um yeah, with that you can he genuinely does mean that you can leave at any time you want. To him this was not like this was just him being nice to a stranger, but nothing more than that.
Timmy's happy with that.
Yeah. And with
That's
that,
all Timmy was doing. Timmy was just being nice to a stranger.
yeah, like it's the polite sort of detachment sort of type thing.
Yeah. Or both of them.
And then he is off to sleep.
Timmy, I technically don't have this in his hammer space yet, but I'm gonna buy it after this anyways. Timmy sits down on the couch, and once he's convinced that Camille is asleep, to waste time, he pulls out a guitar and just quietly starts strumming it. And that, I say, is where our scene ends.
Hell yeah. And so, yep, we fade out on that. Uh, thank you for joining me here, Spec. It has been fun.
I'm sorry that Timmy was such a disaster.
Do not be sorry. I am so happy he was. Uh, but yeah, it was very fun. I hope that you also had fun. I hope that the
I had so
audience
much
had
fun.
fun. But yeah, thank you
Mm-hmm.
all for listening. Thank you for joining me. And we will see you all later. Bye!
Bye.